And I'm Gary Cee here, Poco 103. We're very excited about the big parade Sunday afternoon through Stroudsburg, the 46th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. And the organizer is here, Mr. Brian Gallagher from the Pocono Irish American Club. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Gary.
Weather looks good, Brian.
The weather's going to be great. A little chill in the air, but it'll be perfect.
It'll be fine. And we also have in the studio the Grand Marshal of the parade, Paula Fitzpatrick. Good morning, Paula.
Morning, Gary. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for coming on this morning. And the legend, Des Conboy from Fenola's Irish Pub is also here. Hey, Desi, how you doing?
Good morning, Gary. Great to be here.
Good to see you. What do you got? Got the pub crawl first, right?
Yeah, so on Saturday what we do is we give a little thanks to all the pubs that have supported us throughout this parade and help us really put it on. So what we do is we're going to be starting at the happy hour at noon, Derailed. Then we head over to Rudy's, Elks Club, Teddy's, Warrior Bar, Sarah Street, The Goat on Main, Stonehouse Meadery, Floods, and we end up at Fenola's Irish Pub. We thank you a big thanks to all the pubs that they always just reach out and help us do this, and it's an amazing thing.
Now, do you do a shot at every bar?
Well,
is that possible?
I don't know if that's going to work too well for the next morning. So
you just stop in and say hi, right?
We do. We stop in, we say hi, we give them their thank yous, and people have a drink or whatever, something bite to eat.
Now, it all ends up at Fenola's Irish Pub, and there is a photograph on the Facebook Fenola's page right now of a classic car. I'm going to say that's a Model A.
That's a Model A, yeah.
It's a Model A.
Yep.
And let me get, I think that's a 1930.
You're dead on. Yeah.
Dead on the 30.
Yeah.
Well, it replaced the Model T, right?
Correct.
And they only made them from like 28 to 32. I did a little research on it. It's in great shape.
It's immaculate. Yeah, I was lucky to find that. And actually, I was looking at the Model T, and somebody mentioned, you should get in a Model A. And much, much better car. But I've been looking for probably a year. And I was lucky enough to find that thing. It's immaculate, yeah. So
where
happy.
Where do you find a Ford Model A, Des?
Believe it or not, Marketplace. I just kept digging around on Marketplace.
Facebook?
So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so somewhere down near Philly, I finally found it.
How does it run?
Like one of the guys asked me, how does it handle? I said, like a three-wheel shopping cart. But it looks beautiful.
Can I ask you, how many miles are on that car?
It's like 44,000.
Wow, that's not bad. Yeah. Somebody must have had it and just let it sit.
It was owned. I bought it off the second owner, and he bought it off the original guy that owned it. It was a 95-year-old guy that had it from brand new.
Oh my God!
So yeah, the car was well looked after.
You lucked out on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
And it looks great. Now, where are you going to park it? Not in front of a bar all the time.
Occasionally we'll park it there, but
right.
I have a barn. I'll keep it in. So.
Will it be in the parade?
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be in the parade. But Paula is going to be chauffeured in it by her husband, Alan. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Everything works out great. This is working out great, Brian.
It's fantastic. It all falls into play.
Keep going, Brian. What do you got?
So parade day is Sunday, March 23rd. We step off at 1:15 p.m. from Stroudsburg High School. We march right on down Main Street to Kane Street, over McConnell, the Interborough Bridge, up Washington to Crystal Street, and we end at the East Stroudsburg Municipal Building.
Let me ask you this. Why 1:15? Why not 1 o'clock?
You know why? Because it has to do
There's a reason,
it has to do with TV 13 and their advertisements that they have to stick in. So 1:50. It used to be 1 o'clock. 1:15 is the magic number.
George is going to be there at the stand?
George and Brian Kiernan will be doing their announcing, which is going to be awesome. This year we're doing something a little different. We're actually going to have them live to the crowd right there. And the guys who we usually have, Mike Duffy and Todd, are going to be over across from Rudy's at the ESA Bank.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and it's going to be great.
Because you got another big crowd over there.
It's a huge crowd over there.
All right. What else you got? How many entries now? Is this really the biggest parade now in any PA?
This is not only the biggest parade for us, but we actually beat Scranton, which was something that we always kind of thought maybe someday we'd get there. We have 135 parade entries. We have 5 pipe bands, 2 string bands, which is the Mummers out of Philly. We have 3 marching bands, Stroudsburg High, Eastburg High, and ESU. And this is our biggest parade ever. And we're just over the moon about it.
Everybody lines up at Stroudsburg High School, and that's where all the buses are, and that's where the bands tune up. and that's where everybody puts on their uniforms and everything and gets ready to go. A lot of the candidates, too, who have been in here, some of the candidates for judge have told me they're going to be on floats and marching in a parade.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and also more music on floats. We have Flying Blind on one of the floats, and I know like the VFW always has great music on theirs, and it'll just be an amazing day.
All right. Now, Paula, you used to organize this parade with your husband years ago. Am I right about that?
Yeah, we helped.
Do you miss those days? I mean,
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
You need a lot of people to do it. So, I'm glad Brian and them done it after me because, 2 years was enough. It's hard work.
Yeah, but back then the parade wasn't as big as it is now, right?
No, probably wasn't as big, but there wasn't as many people to help either. It just grew and grew,
Did it always follow the same route, starting at the high school?
Yeah.
It's been the same route for you. Desi, they're going to be partying at your bar during the parade, that's for sure, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, Brian has always given credit to everybody else, but we need to give credit to Brian.
Absolutely.
He really made this parade massive. It's so exciting, and I'm delighted to be part of it. Big shout out to Brian and the rest of the crew at the club for making this parade what it is now,
You must have had the biggest weekend of business last week.
Listen, if it's anything like Paddy's Day, which was great, even though Paddy's Day was on a Monday.
Yeah.
But the enthusiasm on a Monday was fantastic. So I know Parade Day is going to be amazing.
Did you run out of corned beef?
We actually did, and almost ran out of Guinness, but thank God we didn't. We saved the day. But I'm excited because I got my band, Stateside Rogues. Are going to be playing kind of during the parade, and then Flying Blind, who are playing on the parade, will be playing in Finolas afterwards.
Wow.
So we have a full lineup of music all day long with Irish dancers. I'll be playing a lot of the my favourite original Irish ballads and stuff like that, and it'll be there'll be classic rock, there'll be some country music, but for the most part it'll be good old Irish traditional music.
All right.
Yeah.
Brian, that's where the party is, Finolas, but there's a lot of pubs that are going to be rocking en route, including Rudy's, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So we had, like I said, the 13 that we're going to be visiting on Saturday. Those guys really reached in their pockets to help us pull this thing off, along with our sponsors. We couldn't do this without ESSA as our title sponsor and Papillion & Moyer as our Grand Marshal sponsor. We have Finola's Irish Pub as our top pub sponsor, but everybody that comes together is what really pulls this together and makes us be able to have this parade. It's an amazing event, really.
What about the pancake breakfast? Are we doing that or not?
Unfortunately, this year, Girls on the Run are not doing the pancake breakfast.
That's a shame.
It is a bummer.
Now, I always ask you this. What's the best place to park? Give me the secret place where to park the car.
Well, it is Sunday, so there is no metered parking. You just cannot park anywhere near the parade route.
All right.
So anywhere else is free game.
Okay. I always end up parking by the courthouse. I told you that.
Sure.
All right, we're coming back with Desi, and we have Paula and Brian Gallagher here talking about the big parade on Sunday. The weather looks good. Stick around.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Gary Cee in the morning. Poco 103.
Hanging out this morning with Brian Gallagher from the PIAC, the Pocono Irish American Club, joined by Des Conboy from Finolas, and the Grand Marshal of the parade is Paula Fitzpatrick. Paula, you were in business with the gift store for about 20 years, right?
Yeah.
You got to miss it a little bit.
Yeah, I do. And you know what? Since I closed, I think I get a phone call every day from my regular customers. Obviously, they didn't know I was closed.
Right.
There is a sign on the door with my phone number, and they've been calling me. And therefore, I got to believe a lot of people kind of want the store to come back and stuff like that.
So you might relocate and open it up again?
I'm looking for the right spot. And
All
hopefully
right.
it will be in Stroudsburg, and hopefully around May.
So is the NYC Grill going to move into your spot there, your old spot? Is that the plan?
I'm thinking that's what it's going to be, but I'm not 100%.
All right.
Just in case.
Des, you got a nice new canopy out on the back deck. We can see it here from our office windows. Are you rocking outside yet, or in a few weeks? Or what's going on?
Yeah, a couple
now?
of weeks' time. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I think we found last year there was a lot of sun back there. People didn't like sitting in the sun, so we got that big canopy.
That's why you put the cover on.
We put the big canopy up, and also for the musicians, because we have solo artists out there, especially on Friday happy hours and Sunday afternoons, and they don't want to be in the sun either. And I play out there personally myself, so I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Every Friday, I've got. I'm sorry, Des. Go ahead.
So yeah, we put the canopy up. We're looking like a month away from being officially open out there.
All the musicians who come in here on Friday, they love playing your place more than any other club in the Poconos because you're a musician yourself, and the sound system is so good. Even Keith Durkow, is that his name?
Harkin.
Harkin.
Yeah.
Even Keith Harkin mentioned that last week that the sound is so good at your club.
Yeah, we put a lot of love into that sound system, and no question about it. That was a lot of the my motivation there in Finolas was just bringing live music back to Main Street and full bands. And just obviously my own love. I've been playing since I was probably 16 years of age. My own daughter plays music now, Clodagh. Mm-hmm. And actually, just a reminder, my daughter Kira does Rattling Bog. I don't know if anybody... I'm sure there's lots of people that know Rattling Bog. It just keeps going on and on and on and on and on.
What is that?
She knows every single word of this thing, so you got to come in and listen to her. She did it on St. Paddy's Day. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
Is it a long song or a poem?
It's a long song, and it's like the tree and the hole and the hole in the bog and the nest on the twig and the twig and the branch and the branch and the tree and the hole and the hole in the bog, and it just goes on and on and on. I can't remember all the words of it personally.
I think I'll set aside a half hour and she'll come in and George will do it for us. What's your favorite whiskey over there? Because I know that
it has to be the 12-year-old Tullamore Dew. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Keith was raving about Redbreast, which I've never tried. You got Redbreast behind the bar?
Oh, we got Redbreast. Yeah, it's a good
top
one.
Shelf, right?
Yeah, top shelf. Good stuff.
I gotta get a sip.
Keith and I did a shot this past Saturday. No.
You must have been packed on last Saturday.
It was great, and it was a great day and great spirit, great community spirit. Everybody behaved. So we had just a great day overall. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So your car, that 1930 Ford Model A, will be the car that Miss Fitzpatrick will be in as the Grand Marshal. Is that how the parade opens, or is there cops in front, Brian? How does that start? 'Cause
I'm not sure exactly what the lineup is, but I know this year the Pocono Irish American Club, which Paula will be heading us, we will be up front. And the reason for that is a lot of people think that this is Stroudsburg's parade or the town's parade or East Stroudsburg's parade. This is the Pocono Irish American Club parade. So we kind of want us to be up front, ushering in all of our officials, and I think that's how Steve Mazza has it. But
now, who is Mr. Mazza again? He's with your club?
Steve is our amazing lineup chair. He takes care of everything up at the school, so he has it. He's amazing. He's done an amazing job, and between him and Northeast Search and Rescue, those guys are on fire up at the school. It's unbelievable.
Are those the volunteers that help people?
They come in and they take over up there at the school and line up everybody. But Steve has already figured out where everybody's going to be, and it's a huge undertaking that goes on up there. It's really amazing to see.
Right. So we're stepping off 1:15. Let's go through the route one more time, Brian.
Okay, so it's Sunday, March 23rd, 1:15 p.m. Step off from Stroudsburg High School. Our parade route is down Main Street, over Kane Street to McConnell Street. We go up over the Interborough Bridge the wrong way, up Washington Street to Crystal Street, and we end at the East Stroudsburg Municipal Building.
I guess you got to go the wrong way to go down the street to get to Eastburg, right?
It just kind of makes it straight. Yeah,
right.
It just kind of makes it straight.
All right, we're going to have a great parade. You're going to have a great time.
It's going to be off the hook. I keep telling everybody this year is epic. Every year is epic. This year is even more epic.
All right. And we're on the TV, right, at 1 o'clock on...
Yep.
Who's got it? Blue Ridge 13?
Yes.
All right. And it's the biggest parade in northeastern Pennsylvania. You've got more people marching in this parade in Scranton, so congratulations on that, Brian.
Yeah, it's a big undertaking.
All right, brother. Great to see you again. Ms. Fitzpatrick, we'll see you. You got to be a little nervous, right?
I know, I'm okay. I'm okay.
And the great Des Conboy of Finolas. Are you going to be driving that?
No, Alan is, but we were just going to fill Paula with the Tullamore Dew that I was talking about. She'll be fine.
This is going to be a party. Attendance is mandatory for all residents of Monroe County. We'll see you Sunday for the big parade. Thanks for coming in, folks.
Many thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
You got it. This is Poco 103.